because he said he felt like I'm two-faced, and like he basically, my friend, my close friend, called me a fake mother f. Sorry. All right, so hello everyone. Hello, welcome back to This Adult Thing. Um, Today I don't really have anything special to talk about. This is just me talking into the microphone until I'm comfortable doing it. I want to feel like I'm actually talking to like someone, because sitting down and just talking to myself is much more harder than you might think. So I want to get comfortable with this thing. How was your day? How have you been doing? I've been doing okay. My day has just been mad. I've been so tired lately. Right now, I'm so freaking tired. See, I'm so tired. I don't even know why, because I woke up like a while ago. But I did have a good night's sleep. I slept kind of late, but it's like normal time for me. These days, I've been sleeping like around 2 a.m. almost every day, 2 to 3, which is like not good, but in not good in hindsight, because like look at me right now. I wish I had like more energy in the day. So I feel like I'm gonna start um going back to my old sleep schedule, like waking up at like sleeping at like 12ish, 10, 12ish, and waking up around like 8 to 9. I woke up at 10 today, and I had to rush to get here. I still got here late to the library to record this. But yeah, today was just gonna be a chill day. I'm not expecting much from this. I just want to like be able to have a conversation, like a real conversation, because I feel like I plan this thing out too much and I over process it, if that makes sense. I over process it and I end up coming here and sounding robotic, because like I don't know, it just doesn't feel actual to me. And I don't have anyone to bounce this off. If you say that. I don't know if you can say that. Yeah, I don't have anyone, like, I don't have someone, like, right in front of me to bounce my ideas off. So, I just end up just, like, rambling and not having, like, feedback, which is, like, very frustrating. And even, like, after recording, barely anyone listens, and, like, people who listen to really give feedback, I guess. Like, like, I appreciate those who are listening right now, but it's just I'm really grateful. I try to remain grateful, but it's just been feeling, to be honestly real, it's just been like feeling like no one's listening. Yeah, it's just been feeling like that. And I've been trying to like fake it and like lie to myself, but yeah, I see like 1 to 2 people listening, and I'm not sure because it doesn't show names, so I'm not sure if it's my friends listening or if it's actually new listeners. So if you're actually a new listener listening to this podcast, thank you very much for listening. And like maybe just answer a Q&A, or like just put your name somewhere, or like just like hit me up, so I know that there's actually someone that's listening to me talk, that and that I'm not just making it up in my head or something, because it feels very pathetic. I come here every day and record this and no one listens. Yeah, but in like another sense, I said I'm doing this for myself and all of that, but I also want to be able to like put out content and have it be quality, like, like being real in it. And it's really hard when I don't have anyone at the other end like giving feedback, like throwing criticism back at me or anything like that, like good or bad. So I don't really know how to improve, but I'm just gonna like try and figure it out by myself and stop whining, Because like I said, I'm doing this for myself. And if people end up listening, they end up listening. And I'm so grateful for you for taking your time to listen. As of now, yeah, it's just a passion project. I just come here and sit and talk. And I don't want it to turn into a job because lately it's been getting very frustrating. I was supposed to release an episode today and I just can't do it. I just really can't do it right now because like I've been cringing so hard on my episodes and I don't actually know if it's stuff that people like. So I'm trying to find something else, like a new approach to it and just like sit and talk. I don't even think I'm gonna release this. This is just me literally so I'm sitting down and talking. I don't know. I'm just trying to use this as like an exercise to um train myself. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I might release it, I might not release it, depending on where I go with it. But yeah. Also like the video podcast. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that anymore. At least not for now. Like it's so much, guys. It's a lot, to be completely honest. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing the video podcast and post them on social media and have people listen, and then people are gonna come and start listening. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You have to edit the audio, edit the video. You could do both at the same time, but I don't know. And I feel like I'm not used to the camera yet, so I'm slowly getting there. When I get there, I'll definitely restart the video because it's not like not gonna like grow and bring alternate facets to you guys, alternate like vast and do you say vast and no, I don't think so. I mean like broaden the content I give to you guys, not just like doing the same thing all the time, monotone. I don't like being monotone, so I'm gonna definitely do it at some point when I get more comfortable. I just don't want to rush myself because I feel like I've been doing that. Yeah, and I don't want to. I've been feeling like quitting a lot lately, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to push myself to the wall, if you get what that means, because I've been like trying to edit the video, trying to make the artwork, trying to do, and I do everything by myself. So, yeah, doing all of that and just adding the video onto me and having to like get used to that while having to release stuff is crazy work for me right now. And it's not just the work, it's just that I'm not comfortable enough with the camera. I don't feel like I'm comfortable enough because when I'm in front of a camera, I don't end up delivering like I want to. Like I think I get nervous and then I end up not talking the way I talk usually and I try to perform. That's what I used to do with the mic. So I'm just trying to figure that out and trying to like um make it a thing that I'm used to. I feel like it's a process. All of this are processes. The people who are in like the position, the influencers and all of that, most of them are not naturals. They just got good at it with practice. So I try to remember that and I'm just trying to like keep at it, keep at it because I do not want to give up. I'm not going to give up. I prefer that I go past the 10 episode mark without any video podcast, then starting a video podcast and it getting to me and quitting because I literally almost quit, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna prove myself wrong. I'm gonna prove myself wrong first because I didn't think I could do this. I mean I believed in myself, but like sometimes you're like, is this even gonna work? Yeah, I'm gonna prove myself wrong first, then prove like everyone else that didn't think I could do this. No one else. There's no one. Like, I don't have any haters. I'm not gonna be here and be like, oh, I had haters. Nobody hated on my podcast. I only have supporters. My friends are very supportive of this. So yeah, I'm gonna like prove them right. Yeah, because it's always you're trying to prove people wrong. I'm trying to prove people right at this point. So yeah. Yeah, my family doesn't even know I do this, so Yeah, this is really just a passion project. And if it goes, like, it goes where it goes. That's why when I start something, when I get into a hobby or something, I try to learn as much as I can from it. Like, I try to go very deep into it so as to, like, get expertise, not like to the level of expertise. That takes a lot of time, but I try to broaden my perspective on it so that even if I stop and I like end it, I still go out with something and it's not a loss. Yeah, so I think I said in one of the episodes, like, yeah, I want to be able to like get as much as I can from this. Like, I can edit videos now, I can edit audio, I can edit stuff, I can do all this stuff. I just need like curating, and you can put me anywhere. You can put me behind the camera. You can put me in freaking Hollywood. Like, yeah. So it's not a loss, even if like I quit or anything. But I'm not quitting. I'm not. I'm not. This podcast is gonna go somewhere, and I'm manifesting it right now. Not manifesting. I'm proclaiming it right now. Yeah. So 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 what's happening? What are we gonna talk about? I literally got nothing. I got nothing. I just wanna talk. That's what I'm supposed to be doing in the podcast anyways. Have you just been feeling like empty lately? I don't know how to explain this. Like I stay at home a lot every day. And it leaves me, bro, this leaves me, you don't even know how much time, how much time I have in my hands. But still, it feels like I don't have time to do anything. But it leaves you so much time to think. And you end up thinking too much. I don't like thinking this much because sometimes human beings, we run away, especially me. That's something I used to do a lot. I'd run away from my emotions and run away from my thoughts by keeping myself occupied. I was talking about feeling like empty, like feeling, I just feel, I don't necessarily feel bad. I feel good in some sense. My health is good, everything is good. Like, I don't see, there's not like an immediate problem, but I just feel void. I don't think you say that. I feel empty. I feel like there's a void. I feel like I'm an autopilot lately. Like, I wake up. Most of the time I don't even feel like waking up. Like, I don't see a need. I'm just in bed and I'm like, "Oh, I'm just going to wake up because I have to wake up," but I don't really have something to wake up for, if that makes sense. I just wake up. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. So, I've just been going. That's probably why I sleep late, because even at night, I don't feel like sleeping. I don't feel like going to bed. I just end up forcing myself to bed because I just stay on my phone or stay doing something else because I just don't feel like going to bed. It's almost like I'm scared of going to bed. I don't know why. And when I wake up, I end up being so tired. And then I'm just like hovering the whole day. I'm not really there. I'm just like, you know, sometimes it like subsides, but other times it's like, damn, I just feel like empty. I don't feel anything right now. I think it's just from like just being by myself a lot lately. Like, everyone goes out. I basically stay at home just with my like mom and my aunt. My cousins go to school and everyone goes to different places and I just stay home by myself. I don't really have friends that I hang out with, so it's just me all the time. So maybe it's like the lack of that like human interaction or anything, or like just like having plans. Like, a lot of things are not in my control right now, and it just feels so frustrating. So I've just like left it be and just stayed in this state of like this, I don't know, vegetable state. No, the state of like, there's a word for it, but I can't find it. I don't know. It's like I'm sleepwalking, if that makes sense. I don't know if all of this makes sense. If it resonates with you, then damn. But yeah, that's how I've been feeling lately. But I feel good, you know? I'm good, like, health wise. I'm great. I haven't fallen sick in a while. I'm a really sick, I don't want to say that like that, but I fall sick a lot. I used to fall sick a lot, especially as a kid. As a kid, I had a lot of medical impairments. I don't like to call them like that. Medical obstacles. Like I had a lot. I was at the hospital a lot. I was falling sick, and it was my norm. I thought I was normal. I felt sick like almost every month, and if I didn't fall sick like every month or every 2 weeks, it was unusual to me. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't fall sick. I didn't go to a hospital. I didn't have to take any medicine. So it's been weird for me, especially it's since I started like the first year of college in Cameroon, like since I graduated from high school and started living by myself, I just stopped falling sick. And I was so happy because like imagine me falling sick and living by myself. That's the scariest thing ever. That's one of the scariest things. I was so scared of that. Like me falling so sick that I don't know, like falling so sick and being by myself. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not like it's scary. It's scary, but like like probably I'll be able to call my family or something like that. But what if something really bad happened? I was always scared of that, so I was happy that I never really fell sick during that time. Up to now, I haven't really like fallen. That's like 2 years now, right? I haven't really fallen that sick. Only like a headache and like mild fever, and that's happened like 2 times, which is record for me. It's crazy for me. So, like I said, it was my norm. I always knew that at some point I had to fall sick. I missed so many classes. People at school already knew I was a sick kid. Like, I had that label on me too. On top of all the other ones, I had that too. So I was always the kid who was at the hospital. Yeah. So lately I've been okay, and I'm like very grateful for that. I'm very grateful that I don't have like any medical worries lately. I've been okay. Yeah, so health wise, I'm just fine. But emotionally wise, I think mentally wise, because this podcast is also like really I want it to be rooted in mental health. But I want it to be rooted in mental health. Like it's about adulting. It's about mental health. It's about being able to ask for help. Yeah, and I like believe in therapy. Though I've never been in therapy myself, I do believe in it. Like it's just should be okay for you to um have someone that you can just throw everything at, because I'm someone who I don't share everything, you know. I don't know if that's everyone. Sometimes you see these people that have these friends that they're like, "Oh, I can share everything with them. I can like they know everything about me. They know my deepest secrets, blah blah blah." I've just never felt that. Not to diss any of my friends. Like I have amazing friends. But like I said before, I don't know if I said it before, but like yeah, these friendships I've made, they're recent. So I don't know if there's been like basis enough for me to like share enough. But it's just that it's not like I don't share because I feel like I'm special, or I don't want to like tell my friends stuff. I actually got into an argument with one of my friends recently because of this. Because he said he felt like I'm two-faced, and like he basically, my close friend, called me a fake mother f. Sorry. He said I'm two-faced. He said I compete with him. He said I don't support him. I was like, wow. Wow. And he said he feels like I don't consider him because I don't share stuff with him. And it's just like deep rooted, I don't know, trauma. Like I've from the environments I've been in, if it's the yeah, I don't know if it's moving a lot or it's just the environment I was in growing up that made me always feel like actually I do know. I don't know for sure, but I think it's the fact that like I said, I moved a lot and like living with my uncle, they were like strict and everything and it was mostly school. So my emotions didn't really matter that much and my opinion didn't really matter that much. You know that kind of like environment where you're the kid, you talk and no one really takes you seriously. No one really listens. So I just stopped talking. And I grew up just feeling like my stuff didn't really matter. My opinion didn't really matter. My you know, it didn't really matter. Like no one cared. That's how I just grew up feeling. So going into these places and having these amazing friends, like the friend I spoke about earlier, I just always felt like I was just there not a centerpiece. I just felt like I was there as a side piece. You know, I was just like an ornament. In there, like not consciously, like subconsciously. I feel like that's where my head was at. I never felt like I had anything to add to the friendship. Like if I never felt like anything I would add would be interesting enough. I always put people me from like 4 years ago always put people on a pedestal. I always looked at people from below. I always looked at them like they're up there and I'm down here. So I always like had this mentality where I didn't feel like I had the stuff I had to say was good enough. You know, it never occurred to me that my friends were actually interested in my life and they actually wanted me to talk about my problems. So I just never did. As crazy and stupid as that sounds, I just never it never occurred to me. I just felt like I had to be there, laugh, support, be like, "Oh, you're the best person." You know, like friends thing, like genuinely, but that's just I feel like that's all I had to do. I didn't know that like people really cared about my problems because I've had like really bad experiences of opening up to people. You know that kind of thing where you open up to people and then you just close back up because they like look at you weird or like they say the wrong thing. I know it's like hard sometimes because like there's a thin line between opening up and trauma dumping. But some people are just weird when you like open up to them, which is understandable. If I don't know, I don't think it's understandable. I really don't. You just have to be a listening ear. So yeah, I've always had bad experiences with that, which is why a lot of my friends have always told me I'm a good listener. Like I'm able to listen, I'm able to take it in. I'm able to like I'm like a sponge. Like when you tell me, I just take it in. I take it in and I value people's what people tell me a lot. I value it so much because it's so many different perspectives, so many different lives, so many different paths. You would never think that this person is going through this thing, which is why I always say like everyone has their freaking problem that they're going through, even if like um theirs is at another level in hindsight and in like in that perspective in a different perspective, their problem is also um important and as major as yours might be. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like someone who doesn't get their hot pink Bugatti, like they got the wrong color, has the same problem as someone who can't get lunch for the day. That's not what I'm saying. Like don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying that everyone has their freaking problems. Even if like the person who couldn't get the Bugatti is just like trying to get their parents' attention, like they don't have parental love and stuff like that. You know what I'm you know? Yeah, so it's just taught me to like see all these different perspectives. And my friends have always told me I'm this good listener. And I think that's where it came from. From never like really talking. I just listen. I just pull it in. I'm like a sponge. I just like absorb it. But then I don't give anything back. And I see how that can be in their perspective, that can be rude and like and shitty. I see how that can be, how they could like see me as a fake person because it's like they probably saw it like I didn't consider them enough. Like yeah, I didn't think they're worthy of my they're worthy to know stuff about me, you know? Whereas it's really not that. I just didn't know I had this friend thing is new to me. I've never had friends this close, and I love that I have friends this close, and they're so cool. But it's new to me. I didn't know that there was actually people that wanted to listen to what I had to say. It's strange. It's strange, I know, but it just never occurred to me. So yeah, I'm sorry if you're one of those friends listening and like I've just never opened up to you, or maybe I haven't like told you stuff about me. I feel like I'm a very open person in conversations, but I don't share that much. If you, I don't know. I just let people think what they want. But definitely close friendships. I Is something I'm learning um to be able to trust my friends because I always like trust people halfway most of the time because of like maybe past trauma of like every like I'm talking like I went through so much trauma, but yeah, yeah, with everything I went through, I just like don't um put myself out there for people to judge. Which in hindsight is contradictory to what I said in the other episode. But not like vulnerability, like well it actually is. But not in the large scale. This is like with a person. I don't put myself out there. And I'm not saying like I said, I'm not I'm also learning all this stuff. So yeah, I feel like I need to be more vulnerable. I feel like especially with my close friends. Not like going and spreading my problems like to everyone, you know. I just have to be able to like open up to my close friends. Sometimes it's hard because sometimes you're scared of getting judged, and sometimes you tell stuff to your friend, and then they're like, and then you just close back up. That's me. I just close back up like a clam because I'm like, okay, I just bored them. They're bored because yeah, I felt that before. Like I just start telling people my problem, and then my problems, or telling people not even my problems, telling people stuff about me, and then they start getting distant. You know, they start ghosting me. I've gotten ghosted mm, quite a lot, quite a lot of times. So maybe just the trauma from that is like overwhelming and is making me not want to go through that again. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Especially with like the close friends I said. These ones feel like they're there forever. Life is made of um interactions. You meet people, some stay, some last a lifetime. You just have to be able to let them come in and go out how they want and how it's meant to be. Like it's not in your control. And I'm trying to like that's what I'm trying to like implement. I'm trying to like tattoo in my brain and try to not always be on the defensive and like um secure mode, like auto defense mode, just trying to be authentic and um present in the friendship and like just giving your all into it, even if you never know it's gonna be a fleeting moment and then they're gonna be gone the next day. You just have to be there and like nourish it. And let it be what it's gonna be. I've had like friends that I thought were gonna be the best friendships in the world. Like, oh, we're gonna be friends forever. Our kids are gonna be friends. We're gonna know each other. You know, that kind of friendship. Like, um, we're gonna travel the whole world together. We're gonna all of that. And then it just ended up not being it. They ghosted me, or they just got tired of me, I guess. I don't know. But that's out of my control, and I'm completely okay with that. I probably made them feel weird or something. And yeah, like if that little can make someone, like not lose interest in me, then I don't think I want you in my life. So yeah, stuff like that. Even with like childhood friends, I've had childhood friends that I had this group of childhood friends. Our moms, we're like three of us. Our moms were so close. Our moms were like best friends and colleagues. They worked at the same place. They had us around the same time, and we grew up as friends basically. At that time, I was like, we were at the time. My mom was like, we were thinking rich, so it's like a fever dream at this point. Like looking at it in hindsight, it feels like a fever dream. Yeah, we'd always be together. I'll go to their places and all of that. And we'd like hang out. We were like really close friends, always together. Like, we even had a nickname or something. And we had mugs with our faces on it and all that stuff. Yeah, really best friends. It was nice while it lasted. That was when I was like five ish. And then I met them again when we were teenagers, and it just wasn't it anymore. We tried staying in contact for a while. I thought it was just gonna click. I thought we were gonna meet each other and it was just gonna click. We were just gonna continue from where we were when we were kids. But I had to really sit down and be like, because they didn't know me. So they were weird about it. So I had to really sit down and be like, bro, this person, I haven't seen them for like more than 10 years. They're not gonna, it's not gonna go back to how it was. I had to accept that, I had to digest that. And it goes with everything else. Like, it was good while it lasted. When we were at 5, we had these great experiences. I'm gonna cherish them. They're gonna live rent free in my mind. But right now, we can't have that anymore. They have other friends. I have other friends. And it just can't work anymore. So I wish you well, but I'm going on my own path. And that's completely okay. Life is supposed to be made of these interactions, and it's supposed to be made of these Mm-hmm. So even with like people like bullies, like my bullies, you're an interaction too. If you're listening to this, you're an interaction. You were one of my interactions too. Even if you were one of my worst interactions, I'm gonna meet you someday again. But yeah, whatever. They're just people with insecurities who try to make other people feel bad for their insecurities. So I kind of feel bad for people like that to some extent. But yeah, like the video of LeBron of no, it wasn't LeBron James. It was Michael B. Jordan meeting his bully like after success. And she was interviewing him. Imagine that. Imagine that. But yeah, but I'm gonna try and be like, oh, you have to like look out, bullies. You have to look out. I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna like, no, not all of that. You don't live rent free in my head. You don't get to live rent free in my head. You're out of my head. Like I don't want to think about you anymore. But defo, if I see you, like, I hope you feel bad. No, I'm joking. Am I though? Am I? We'll never know. We'll know when I'm successful. Yeah. So like tune in till I'm like this successful entrepreneur. So yeah, I'm just taking life how it comes right now. And like the thing I was talking about with the therapist, oh my god, I went so out of focus, but like that was a good conversation. The thing I was saying about the therapist is I'm I'm pro therapist. Like it's good to have someone. Like I said, I was going somewhere with that whole conversation about the friends. Like I'm someone who doesn't necessarily. I don't really open up. Like I don't know how to do that. I have to like really try. So it takes a lot out of me. It takes a lot of energy and stuff. So I don't know. Like just a thought of having someone, even if I pay them, like that's a lot of money. I see where you're coming from. I'm really hoping that like I get a sponsor that's like these therapy kind of enterprises that make it easier for people so I could like help other people like get the resources. But therapy is freaking expensive. It's really expensive. So I could get why people will be like, um, why would I pay? Why would I pay for a best friend? I'm not that desperate. Why would I pay to have someone listen to me? I have family and stuff. It's just different. It's just different. And if you have like a really good therapist, just like having someone, just the idea of having someone that just sits there, that has to sit there because it's their job, has to sit there and listen to every single thing you have to say, even your intrusive thoughts. Sounds pretty dope. I don't know. It seems nice to just like pour everything out because yeah, some stuff you're really not gonna wanna because keep you wanna keep people in your life. You don't wanna make your relationship with someone weird. Especially if you don't have close friends. You don't wanna make your interactions weird. So you're not just gonna pour everything on them. So having someone that you can really pour everything on, it seems pretty dope. It seems nice to me. I don't know about you, but like it seems nice. I'd be glad if I had like someone to just throw everything at. Honestly, because there's so much. I'm someone who feels a lot. This is something like I'm. As the years go by, I'm learning more about myself, and I feel like I'm someone who feels a lot. Like there's so much I feel, and this just shows you how different people can get. Like I just feel a lot. I don't know how else to say it. So having someone to like throw everything at, not it's their job. So yeah, you don't have to feel bad for it. That's the point. It's their job. It's not like you're like, oh, I feel like I'm trauma dumping to my friend. No, it's their job. So you throw everything at them, and they're supposed to find solutions, help you find solutions. That's pretty nice. I just wish it wasn't that expensive. And if I ever like find a resource that helps me get it like less than what it is, I don't even know what the rates are, but I just know it's expensive. I'm definitely gonna share it with you guys. I'm definitely gonna bring it here because I want to bring like sponsors that actually would help and sponsors that align with my values and like especially look this therapist thing, especially going into your adult years. Bro, there's so much baggage. I watched this Karama. I don't know if you guys watch Karama, the Karama show. There was this lady that was yelling at her daughter. Like her daughter was like, I got sexually assaulted and you never even cared about it. I think she was like, I didn't even feel like telling you because I knew you weren't gonna care about it and stuff. And you're always self-centered. You're always thinking about yourself and stuff. And the lady was like, she was yelling at her daughter. She was yelling back. She was like, she didn't even like care. She was like, um, I got sexually assaulted too when I was a kid. So I haven't healed. Why would you expect me to help you heal? You had to tell me so I could find the right resources, blah, blah, blah. She just redirected everything towards her. And that just made me feel so bad. It made me feel really bad because, like, I really don't want to be in a situation where I have a kid that depends on me. A kid that's going to have their own emotions. And a kid that's probably going to feel a lot like I feel a lot. And not be able to control my own emotions to help my kid control their emotions. You get what I mean? I don't want my kids to like feel like they can't depend on me because I have so much baggage in me. You know? It's just like when I think of it, it's like it's crazy. I really wanna I wanna grow into this adult thing as someone who's like present in myself. You know, I want to not I want to find myself, as cliche as that sounds. Yeah, and I want to have most of the stuff because like you can't resolve all your problems, but I want to have most of them resolved before I like become an adult and have all these responsibilities and have someone else depending on me. I don't want to have to throw my baggage on my kid because I know what that feels like. I really do know what that feels like to some extent because yeah, but I don't want my kids to have to, you know, feel like they can't count on me because I'm not stable myself. That's so sad. It's so sad. You know, like the parents that are alcoholics and stuff. That all of that. The parents that don't take care of their kids and their kids have to like grow up quick and stuff. Like why? That's just so sad. So I really don't want to be that for my kids. I want to be the best version of myself, and that helps. It helps honestly. It could help because there's so many different trajectories that you could take, but this is one that's like already laid out. Just like I don't I don't want it to feel like I'm pushing an agenda. It's just something that I feel like would really help me. It's just yeah. So I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. Apart from from the therapist, but yeah, if I did get therapy, I would go. And I don't know, how do you guys feel about therapy? Do you have do you feel like it's just a weird concept? Like, why do people even pay people to listen to them? Like, don't you have friends? Is that how you feel? Or do you feel like if you had the means, you'd actually get into therapy and you feel like it's a good resource? Yeah, because it can be good and bad. I mean, you can have like a shit therapist. There's always shit people in the world. You can have someone who's like very inconsiderate, but then they wouldn't actually be a therapist. So, yeah, I don't know. With the feeling empty thing, I don't think I have a solution for that yet. Right now, I'm just like trying to get stuff done, and it doesn't really feel fulfilling. Like, I'd say I'm bored, but I have stuff to do. I really have a lot of stuff to do, but I just don't feel like doing it. So it's not like I don't have anything to do. I have like schoolwork. I have because I do online, so I have stuff to do. You know, but I don't really feel motivated to do it. So I don't know. I've lost that motivation. I've lost like part of it. So I just feel like if you're in my shoes, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. I feel like I just have to find that motivation again, and just have to like really find the I don't know purpose of life, or like just like enjoy life right now because like hanging out with friends and stuff like that. I don't really have that right now. So I just want to be able to like do stuff like that again and just be able to like be free, just to like go. I don't have friends that I could just like go to their place right now. And maybe it's also the moving because like in Cameroon, I could literally just like walk to my friend's house and just if I feel some kind of way and just like hang out with them. But right now I don't have that. I have to drive places and I can't drive yet. Please don't throw rocks at me. I can't drive. I cannot drive. If you're like me and you're 18 and you can drive, please like answer the poll. I'm gonna put a poll for people who can drive. If you can drive, good for you. I can't do it yet. I can't move a car though. I can. I just haven't gotten my permit. But I am going to do that. This summer I am going to do that because I'm going to need that in college. I really don't want to I don't want to feel like this anymore. I want to be able to like be able to drive places if I want to. Like even just wish I could drive so I could just like drive up a hill with the wind in my hair, with the music blasting off. As cliche and stupid as that sounds, like it just feels good. I have this friend who he's from here, and he's like he just likes driving. He does DoorDash, so I feel like I'd love driving too. And driving is a thing of America, so I guess like whatever. Cameroon, I just take my bike, my motorcycle, and go wherever I want to go to. But yeah, I just have to get used to that, or whatever. I just have to like learn how to drive, I guess, or I guess I don't know. We're just trying to figure it out. Yeah, but this feeling, I don't know if it's depression. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm gonna overcome it. I'm definitely gonna overcome it. Sometimes I just sit down and I'm like, why am I even doing anything? I just want to stop. I don't want to do anything. I'm like, living is so hard. Living is so much. I just don't feel the motivation to do anything. But I'm definitely gonna get out of that mindset. It's not a mindset for us. It's not. I just felt like I had to come and be real because I feel like I felt like this for a while now, and I just come to record this podcast and try to sound bubbly, and it just doesn't translate well. It comes off as robotic, and I've just come here, and I'm actually gonna release this. I'm gonna edit this and release. Yeah, you guys are gonna see this episode. This was just gonna be like a rehearsal episode just to see how natural I could get. I feel like I was natural enough in this one. I'm just speaking my thoughts right now. No outline, no nothing. I'm just having a conversation with you. You, specifically you. Yeah. So, I hope you liked it. I hope you liked this episode. I am definitely going to do more episodes where I just talk. Or this is basically the goal of this podcast. I just talk. I just had to find, my voice because I feel like I tried to I tried to control this too much. I tried to make it into this thing. It's not a talk show, it's a podcast. And I want it to be as real as possible. So I'm just gonna come here like I can and like I am every day. You guys are just gonna get the unfiltered version of me to some extent. So yeah, thank you guys for taking your time to listen. I definitely hope you liked it. I am definitely going to get back into video podcasting. You guys should not fret. To you guys that are listening, I'm going to do that video podcast. I'm just going to find a sustainable way to do it that's not going to like strain me. So, yeah, you guys should definitely be looking out for that. The guest, that's also one thing that's been making me want to give up because like I'm not able to land a guest. I don't know why. I haven't landed a single person. Even my friends. Everyone's just so busy. And it just makes me feel like I don't have anything to do. I'm just wasting my time. FOMO. I did the episode the other day. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll get the guests when we get the guests, I guess. We're just taking life as it comes. That's our mantra. That's our mindset as we go into our adulthood together. So, yeah. Take life as it comes. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you have a blessed week. Have a blessed day. I hope like everything goes right. Everything goes as it should in your life. And I hope you're able to use your days to their full potential. I hope you're able to get your ass up and work. So, yeah, thank you guys. Please like and subscribe. No, I'm not. Please, yeah, like and subscribe. Do whatever. Like, answer the poll. What else? Answer the poll and answer the Q&A. Let me know what you think, and put fire emoji in the comments, so I know you listened to the end. Thank you. If you did listen to the end, that really means a lot to me. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I hope you have I hope your life goes nice. Yeah. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm going to be releasing soon. So thanks. Bye. Bye.